How's it going, everybody? This is Seer here, and we have a blog post for you guys about the Masters of Mayhem. We also have 2 promo codes. Let's go ahead and knock that portion out first. Now, if you're not familiar, you need to go to the website, click on the hamburger on the top right, and go down to Player Gift. This is going to end up taking you to the Player Gift portion right here. Now, the codes that we have is going to be Counting Challenge XL. We're going to hit Redeem, and that gets us, is that 50,000 antimatter? That is a lot of antimatter. That's awesome. All right, and now we're gonna have to wait about 120 seconds. So what we're gonna end up doing is enter the code right here. That's gonna be Summer Final Count, and these 2 promo codes are going to be pinned into the comments section below. So make sure you go ahead down there and claim that. So I'm just gonna hit Redeem New Gift right here, and I'll just claim this here in a minute. Now, the Masters of Mayhem, the Insidious 6. They've mastered the art of chaos, and now they're unleashing it on the battlefield, introducing the Insidious 6, a ruthless lineup of Spider-Man's most dangerous foes, including one villain who once stole Peter Parker's body, built to dominate tech raid lanes. This squad is also Theory Crafter's dream. The core roster features Superior Spider-Man, Scorpion, and Hobgoblin. Now, Dorky Dad is going to have an exclusive on the Scorpion reveal, so make sure you go ahead and check out that video. And we're going to have people with the exclusives on the Superior Spider-Man and Hobgoblin, so make sure you keep an eye out for those. I'll put that in the comments for who's going to be having what reveals on that, so that way you guys don't miss out. The only character with the exclusive Insidious 6 trait are these 3. The final 2 spots, that's where you come in. Fill them with your choice of Sinister 6 or Superior 6 members, while Vulture and Shocker enjoy special bonuses alongside the new characters. The true power lies in your ability to experiment and assemble the ultimate criminal crew. Now let's go ahead and claim this right here. This code is another 15,000 antimatter and 650,000 gold. I will definitely take that. Now, instant impact for raids, war, and cosmic crucible. So if this is the direction that they're going with the new raid teams, I'm all for it. So I was kind of skeptical. I'm going to do my own separate video, kind of my thoughts on the raids, because I was kind of a little down and a little confused about how these new raids are just the 8 nodes. And it felt like it was taking the importance of these raid characters and raid teams and just kind of making it to where you barely use them. If they're making it to where they're going to be theory crafting, where like with Hellfire Club, 2 members break out, go to separate teams. This team here, you have 3 Insidious 6, and then you can see here, they are breaking out. So let's go ahead and see what is going where. Unleash the Insidious 6 in Alliance War as a full squad and take down some of those most powerful raid squads that lurk in the Helicarrier halls. We already have Hellfire Club that I found was able to do that very well, and they were able to kind of punch up and do a lot of other special things. So I'm curious how well this one's going to end up being. The issue being, though, as you see right here, Scorpion possesses the Infestation trait, allowing you to upgrade this war defense squad to shore up your helicarrier. If Scorpion goes over to Infestation, who is going to end up filling that 5th spot on this team? Because we need to see how these kits are going to line up. Or the Insidious 6 characters. Do we need the full 3-man, or do you only need 2 of those, 2 Sinister 6 with those reworks? Then you can slot in somebody like Lizard, Mysterio, Green Goblin Classic, stuff like that. Now, Superior Spider-Man. High speed makes him a great upgrade for the Superior 6 Cosmic Crucible squad. So Superior Spider-Man looks like he may be getting that Superior 6 tag based on this, on how I'm reading it. Which that's going to be really cool to kind of break them up that way. Hobgoblin adds an explosive dimension and brings control to the Insidious 6. Now for Theory Crafting, with Sinister 6, these 3 new characters bring the total number of Sinister 6 characters to 15. To me, that's not enough. I love the Sinister 6 tag. It's my favorite tag that's in this game, which is crazy because growing up, X-Men was my jam. Like X-Men, anything X-Men, I was all over it. This game, anything Sinister 6 tag, I love it because the theory crafting that they allow for that tag is just amazing. While Shocker and Vulture easily slot into these teams, there's going to be opportunities where you find yourself wanting another controller like Mysterio or Lizard as your protector. Now for Scorpion, Corrosive Bleed. Leave a stinging impression with this Insidious 6 and Infestation Brawler, so he's going to be a brawler. Apply bleed to all enemies on turn and with multiple abilities, and then eat away at them, eat away at the enemy positive effects duration whenever they take damage from bleed. That's pretty interesting. So you put bleed out there, then when they take their turn, their positive effect duration goes out. If you can get around the immunity, which to me reeks of Mysterio. So if you pair Mysterio with him, making it to where your enemy can't get immunity, and then you just pepper them with bleeds, that could be pretty interesting. I do like that. Hobgoblin, Negative Effect Bomber. Carpet bomb the battlefield with explosive attacks, flip positive effects, and apply random negative effects that'll put a smile on Hobgoblin's face. So that's interesting. So this is going to be some RNG on what random negative effects are going to be out there. Superior Spider-Man, Speedy Support. With this superior speed, Superior Spider-Man supplies his squad's machinations with heals whenever they attack an enemy with negative effects, ability energy, and positive effects. That sounds like it pairs really good with Green Goblin Classic, actually. Because his turn 1 ult, he flips, gets the trauma, gets all those negative effects out there, and then you hit into those characters, and then you start healing and getting the ability energy, it looks like. That's really, really cool. Now, as far as the character upgrades for Vulture, you can kind of see the stat upgrade that we did get for him. The only change to his account was his passive. Now, I did, again, go this direction for these type of videos. If you prefer I use these beautiful infographics that I made, let me know in the comments, or if you want, I can do just the PDF portions. I just find this to be more interesting in how we can kind of see how everything lays out. So for Vulture, he's going to have a speed of 127. I really like him as a raider type of character. His basic, if you're unfamiliar, does 250% damage plus 40% per negative effect on the primary target. If they're below 50% max health, it deals an additional 150% damage. His basic is actually really good and strong. His special is what he opens up with. It's a 4/4. This is going to hit primary and adjacents for 300% damage, clear 2 positive effects from each target, apply offense down for 2 turns, slow for 2 turns, and it has a 1000% extra focus. The ultimate hits like a Mack truck, and it's a nice turn meter rewind. So attack all enemies for 320% damage plus reduce speed bar by 25%. This attack deals an additional 400% damage to targets below 50% max health. Let me take my camera off for the passive. So on spawn, fill speed bar by 10% plus 10% speed bar per hero enemy. What they end up adding in is if this character has 2 Insidious 6 allies, so that does leave that theory crafting where you don't need 3 members, you only need 2 Insidious 6 members. So I guess that's how you can actually get Scorpion to jump off and go in with the Infestation team. Fill speed bar for Shocker and all Insidious 6 allies by 10% after all characters have spawned in at the start of the match. If this character has 2 Superior 6 allies and any enemies have speed up, apply speed up for self and all Sinister 6 allies. On offense, clear speed up from all enemies and apply slow for 2 turns. Now they did end up adding in on death for raids portion. So on any death, gain +2 deflect, fill speed bar by 25%. In raids, if this character has 2 Insidious 6 allies, fill speed bar by 10% for Shocker and all Insidious 6 allies. So you can see how in raids, the team is really going to ramp up as you start killing off enemies to speed up Shocker, Insidious 6, and himself. Gain 10% block chance for each enemy hero. Gain 50% drain. And they added in, if this character has 2 Insidious 6 allies or 2 Superior 6 allies, Sinister 6 allies gain +50% drain. So they added in the Insidious 6 added onto this one. Now, I'm going to end up, when I do the infographics, I kind of rank the T4s. I personally have all 4 of them because he was such a great character. And I actually already G20'd this character as well because he's only 2 gear tier 20 pieces. I can definitely see him working in the city section. I want to see how this is going to end up working, though, without that vigilante and blade portion, though, before I really give the nod to you guys to being able to do that. Now, as far as Shocker goes, you can see the stat change that he ended up getting pretty significant bump on all of his abilities. His special, ultimate, and passive all did end up getting bumped up on here. So let's go ahead and jump over to Shocker next. He has a speed of 113. His basic attack primary target for 280% piercing. Apply assist now to the highest damage Sinister 6 ally. His special got a really cool rework. Before, all he would end up doing is getting that ability energy for self, get the turn meter fill up, and then you'd be able to go right into the ultimate ability. Now it's going to be doing significantly more. If this character has two Superior 6 or Insidious 6 allies, generate 1 ability energy for all Sinister 6 allies. Apply offense up for 2 turns to self and all Sinister 6 allies. Fill speed bar by 80%. They added in call a 1 random Sinister 6 ally to attack the primary target, and call 1 random Insidious 6 ally to attack the primary target. So not only is he going to be filling speed bar, given ability energy, he's calling 2 assist mechanics to go in and attack that target as well, which is really cool. The ultimate at this, let me go ahead and move my head on here. The ultimate is going to be a 4/6 ability. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 150% piercing. If this character has 2 Superior 6 or Insidious 6 allies, reduce the speed bar by 20% for all targets. Repeat using a new primary target randomly chosen from the previous secondary target. Repeat attack a 3rd time using a new primary target randomly chosen from the previous secondary targets. So this just does a massive turn meter rewind and just kind of keeps spreading. It's a really cool ability, actually. The passive, you can see that there's a war and raid call out on here. So on spawn, apply offense up for 2 turns to self and all Sinister 6 allies. In war, fill speed bar by 75% for a random Sinister 6 protector ally, which is really strong. That's going to be somebody like Rhino. Lizard would end up being on there. I'm curious who's going to be the protector from the Insidious 6 members that's on there. It sounds like it might end up being maybe Hobgoblin or Superior Spider-Man. I'm not sure. In raids, fill this character, but if this character has 2 Insidious 6 allies, generate 5 ability energy for self, Vulture, and all Insidious 6 allies. So you can kind of see how that's going to end up working for the raid portion on there. That speed of 113 right there. I'm looking at either Striker or Raider for this character. The Striker for the basic, it's just going to be extra damage. He's a little bit slower at 113. The ultimate, though, does kind of reek on there being a Raider portion. So we'll see what ISO we end up going with for this character. Now you can kind of see right here, Infestation is getting a rework. So not only do we have to work with the new Secret Wars team, we have Infestation that's getting bumped up as well. So Swarm, he's just getting a passive update on here. On spawn, gain 8 charge as opposed to 4 charge. Massive stat increases for him. Spider-Man big time, big stat increases. The passive on ward defense, all speed bar generated by any controller enemy is reduced by 50%. So this portion right here did end up getting removed. Those stats just got baked into the other members of the kits on there. Yellow Jacket, big stat increases. Black Widow, she's the most interesting one I'm actually looking at right now, which we're going to dive into that one. Then Ant-Man right here. Out of these choices, Ant-Man calls a lot of assistance, so does Black Widow. I don't think we're replacing them. I'm not replacing big time. Yellow Jacket, he does massive damage. I'm not replacing him. To me personally, it looks like Swarm is going to be the one I'll be looking to bench to slot Scorpion in on there, unless he doesn't do too much for the team. However, I do want to jump over to this portion right here. The reason I'm looking at Black Widow, she has a speed of 155 right here, or 155 speed because of 20 on the ability right here. So speed of 155. She's going to open up with her special. She'll be able to apply speed up right there, or her basic. At a 155 speed, that's going to be very appealing to me for Blastar. So if we end up looking at Blastar, Kahori, Yo-Yo, Black Widow, those are very, very fast characters. And with Black Widow, you can end up doing the special. So that way you have a 60% chance to get speed up to all allies. And then you can go right into the basics and really ramp up Blastar. That's what I'm personally looking at on here. The gain 15% speed is applied after any character is taking their action. So it looks like here it's saying she actually has a 135, and then you factor in the 15% for 20, gets her to the 155. I believe that's what they're looking at on here. But I do want to jump in game so we can really take a look to see what we need to do, because this is a lot of characters that's being reworked on here. So let me go ahead and drop the browser. So I put all these characters in the verse portion right now. So we have Negasonic, Quake, Yo-Yo, Domino. Those are the members for the Secret Warriors. I took the 3 main ones up to 100. G19, Domino, I'm not planning to take her up right now because she's the member that's going to get benched most likely. Infestation, I was lucky enough. I already had several of these members at the level 100. For Swarm, because to me, he's one that gets benched out. They end up bumping up his charges to 8. So on turn, he's going to heal, and then he's going to flip the negative effects, and he's going to get the dodge per charge. So that's going to be 8 times 3. That's 24% chance to dodge right here. But he does end up dropping off these charges, like with his ultimate. If charge, lose charge right here. He just doesn't really entice me as much to where I can have somebody like Ant-Man who's going to be doing these assist mechanics, and he's got an evade right here. He gets assist now. He does a big slow, a big hit right here. He has an ability block. To me personally, Swarm is going to be getting benched, and then I'll probably slot Scorpion in on here. If you're not into Alliance War, because these are 2 Alliance teams, it looks like they're reworking the Infestation because Secret Warriors will counter into them, because they'll have Safeguard, they'll have immunity on spawn, meaning when Spider-Man big time does that big ultimate ability where he's going to be getting trauma, blind, disrupt, and really mess up your team, the Secret Warriors can kind of withstand that opening, then they kind of punch him back. It looks like that's what this team is for, is to, hey, you have Secret Warriors you can use, or Infestation built up, Secret Warriors can punch into them. I do want to see what else Secret Warriors can punch into. The speed does kind of worry me, but the team does look really good. And with the new stats with Infestation, even as I was doing testing with certain teams, Infestation was still a big menace to be out there. So let me know what you guys think about these 2 rework teams. How are you going to approach them? Are you going to ignore them? Build up certain characters? Because this is going to be a lot of T4s, and I'll try to do a video as far as my plan on this, how I'm approaching it, and who I think is going to be worthy for that. Now, on my Discord channel, after this video comes out, I'm going to do a poll, because this is a lot of teams for me to do infographics on. I have that new baby coming on the way in about 2 weeks or so. I have Insidious 6 to do. I have Secret Warriors to do. It looks like I have Infestation to do. Hellfire Club I already got out. So that's 3 teams of infographics I got to hammer out. So this is going to be keeping me busy for a while. Let me know what order you guys want to do that in the comments, and I'll put that poll out on my channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.